Hey everybody, Joel here. I hope you're having an awesome, wonderful, amazing day. I know that I am. Today I want to talk to you about some of the typical things that happen when you start a business. And I know because it happened with me. This is GVO was my third or fourth business, and now Lifestyle is my fifth business, maybe more. But I definitely had my failures at the beginning, which caused me to be more and more and more cautious as I started new businesses. Okay, so if you're scared, you're frustrated, you're nervous about starting a business, and maybe you're frustrated about your lack of success so far, guess what? It's 100% normal. It's a normal reaction with everybody. Starting a business can be scary. So what I wanted to do today is go through some critical tips with you to help ease that anxiety, help ease that nervousness, help ease truly your chance for success with this. Okay, success is the key. Obviously, none of us start a business to fail. So every successful self-made, and I'm going to be talking about self-made entrepreneurs, not young men whose fathers were successful, who were integrated into the business, people that started literally with nothing and then made something with it. Okay, I've read a lot of books. I've read the biography of Steve Jobs. I've read all types of other biographies and as well of Bill Gates, of just many entrepreneurs, okay? And they're all going to give you the same advice, okay? Which is you have to have a secondary source of income. Now, this is where the biggest mistake is made in network marketing, okay? Here's why. Why do some people all of a sudden jump online looking to make money from home, right? It's because they're back's literally up against the wall. They lost their job. Something happened. We're like, oh my God. And then there are a lot of scams online that click one button, make $1 million, all that kind of jazz, right? So people out of desperation hope for the better and think that if they jump online without a source of income coming in, that they're going to make it work. Okay. So you need to have a secondary source of income if you're truly going to give yourself the best chance of success. Why? Well, if you jump online and you don't know anything about online business or any business for that matter, it's going to take you a while. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're running a restaurant business, whether you're becoming a mechanic, whether you're starting a bakery, whether you're starting a lawn care business, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be successful in 2 weeks, right? And we see a lot of people whose backs are put up against the wall financially because they got laid off and therefore they can't pay their bills. So number one, your bills, absolutely, your basic bills. So like your mortgage, your hydro, your basic food needs, absolutely, while you start a business, have to be covered without a question, okay? Which means you might need a part-time job or a full-time job. That's not your passion, but that job is helping you to work nights to work on your business, okay? So if you say to yourself, well, if I'm working, 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week, well, guess what? You've got another 40 hours a week to work on your business. That's what it's going to take. Okay. A lot of people go, well, I already work full time. Well, you're going to have to work more than full time if you're truly deeply passionate about wanting to change your life. Okay. Secondary, you're going to have to live like a college student if your bills are just getting paid. I lived on a lot of macaroni and cheese. I didn't go to the movies a lot. I didn't go out a lot. I didn't do a lot of things so that the basic bills were covered every single month. Okay. You've got to live lean and so forth. So, both these things are really centered around minimizing your financial stress while you do this. Because if you're about to go into foreclosure, if you can't pay your hydro bill, maybe you can't pay whatever bill it is that's coming due that you can't pay, when you're under that type of stress, none of us think clearly or properly, okay, at all. It's just not hard to do. Some of our top leaders, okay, who are just cracking a full-time income right now in Now Lifestyle. Some are making well more than a full-time income, but I'm talking about the ones that are just cracking a full-time income, let's say $4,000 to $5,000 a month, right? They're still working full-time. They're smart. Okay. Okay, I would say, I would venture to say, when they start getting double their income, maybe $7,000 to $10,000 a month, that's where it's time to say goodbye to your job and start doing your passions full time, which is helping us eliminate diabetes, obesity, heart disease, helping people feel better about themselves, helping them look in the mirror and smile again, helping them feel confident again, helping them want to wear spandex all day long, right? So you got to minimize your financial stress, because under financial stress, every single human being on this planet absolutely makes bad decisions, okay? And even better so, it's probably good that you're more than paying your bills while you build this business, because you're going to want to have a little bit of money to advertise your business. There's two ways that you can grow a company. Now, to be really honest with you, when I started my web hosting company, GVO, which was Kiosk in Canada, couldn't really afford much, right? So I didn't do a lot of advertising, but boy, did I put my 60 to 80 hours a week in while doing this, knowing that my bills were covered, okay, and stuff like that. That's very important. So the next one, just eliminate the financial stress. If you're not getting your bills paid, go find a backup plan, then come back and see us, okay? Just being really honest with you. So you got to minimize the financial stress. Now you've got to be realistic based on just business statistics, okay? Steve Jobs wasn't the giant of Apple in 2 weeks, 1 month, or 1 year. Bill Gates wasn't Microsoft in 2 weeks, 1 month, or 1 year. Michael Dell wasn't Dell Computers in 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, or 1 year, right? The average business, online or offline, takes, now I'm not saying it's going to take you this long, and that's what's so lovely about network marketing, it takes at least 5 years, okay? But because of today's mentorship, because of Facebook, because our members area is amazing, because of the amazing leaders in our group, I've seen people who are literally newbies with the right mindset, having their bills paid, break even in the first month, okay? Without question, break even in the first month, because why? They're stress-free, they're happy, they're energetic, they have a positive outlook. If you got bills due, you're going to be angry, cranky, willing to blame everybody else but yourself, and in that way, you're not going to have a positive outlook. You don't have a positive outlook, and you're not doing positive things. If you have a negative outlook because you have too much stress, you're going to be doing negative things. You're going to be getting angry and upset. If you have a positive outlook because you're a little bit more stress-free, you're going to be asking intelligent questions. You're going to have more charisma. People are going to resonate with your positive energy and want to join your team, okay? So, it's not going to take you 5 years. I've seen people break even in their first month, and I've even seen new people. Daniel Kump is one of them. He's still a newbie to me after me doing this for 19 years. He's been online for just over a year, and he's making a solid 5 figures per month. He's making way more money now than he's ever made in any job in his life. That I know. Okay, so it can be done, but you've got to have it come from a positive mindset, positive energy. So you got to be realistic based on any business statistics, whether it's online, offline, whatever. Another one, be consistent. Take daily, massive, imperfect action. Coming back to my web hosting business, okay? People would ask me, how do I register a domain? Or do you do, and it doesn't matter if you know what this is. My point is, I had no clue what this was when people would ask me. People would call me on the phone and say, can you set up reverse DNS for me? I'm pretty sure we can. I'm the CEO. I'm more on the marketing side, sir. Let me talk to my technical team, and I'll get back to you. So my technical team was where I was renting a server, and I'd put in a support desk ticket with them, or I'd call them and say, hey, guys, can we do reverse DNS when registering a domain or setting up a domain? And the answer was yes or no. And so I was resourceful. Didn't mean I had the answers. I was the one helping, and it's the same for you guys in building your business, okay? 99% of the people, especially in home-based business, are looking for help. You be the helper. Doesn't mean you have to have the answer, but you can be resourceful enough to find the answer. Google's your best friend, and our members area is your best friend without question, okay? So you got to be consistent. You got to take daily, massive, imperfect action. I write emails every day, and I would venture to say that 1 in 3 to 1 in 5, after I've hit the send button, I'm like, I can't believe I missed that spelling error. Or, oops, I put the wrong link in there. But it doesn't matter, right? It shows that you're human. So be resourceful, be the helper. Be the helper, okay? And, a lot of people, I see it in the group, they're coming from that place of stress, right? Help, I just joined last week and I'm not making any money. What does that tell you, folks? When somebody's not making money in a week, they're in a place of extreme financial stress, extreme frustration. They're scared, they're nervous, they're frustrated. Something's wrong, right? And you can see that just in reading the post. Now, here's the other challenge, guys. I want you to understand that. If somebody else is in that same position as you, okay, they're in a state of frustration, nervousness, stress, and they read a post from you about frustration, nervousness, and stress, is that person who's reading that post going to want to join your team? No, because inherently they're going to say, damn, this person's in the same position that I'm in, and well, they're not going to be able to help me. Remember, 99% of people are looking for help. So be resourceful and just help people irrespective of your situation, okay? And people will be magnetically attracted to you. Again, I'll come back to Josh Lifford one more time. I did a post on him the other day. His mindset was so clear. His positivity was so infectious. His expectations were so realistic that it reminded me when I started GVO. I had realistic expectations. I maintained a positive attitude. When I didn't see the success, I blamed myself, and I didn't make any money for the first 2 years online. So you've got to be consistent. Now, here's another one. Celebrate your successes and your failures and treat them as a learning experience, okay? My biggest failure to date, as far as time goes, is when I first started online, I was using Google. There was a couple of internet marketing gurus. One of the biggest at that time, or most well-known, was either Corey Rudel or Mark Joyner. Mark Joyner is still doing internet marketing today. He's actually a friend of mine. I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, but great guy. Regardless, Corey Rudel, he passed away doing what he loved, which was racing cars on a racetrack. He got in a massive accident, sadly lost his life at like 34, 35 years old. Anyway, the mistake I made is I would go to my mom or my dad or anybody else who knew nothing about the internet and ask them about an idea, and they just weren't able to provide me the solution, right? Eventually, I cracked, and I bought the course from Corey Rudel. It was like $1,500, and it was worth every penny because it changed my life forever. For 2 years, I was sending traffic to my web hosting site. Okay, I'm going to tell you just as real as it can be. For 2 years, I was sending traffic to my web hosting site, and nobody was buying my web hosting. And I was frustrated because the site was pretty. And then I started learning about marketing funnels. And then through Corey Rudel, I started learning about building a list first. Build your email list, get that list to know you, like you, and trust you, and eventually they will buy from you. So instead of trying to sell my web hosting, I created an ebook, which was the top 5 things that you need to know before choosing your web hosting company. And that was easy to do because anybody who called me had certain questions, and I knew the common questions. And even if I didn't know the answers, I just Googled it. I put it into a convenient ebook. People downloaded the ebook. They read it. They liked what I had to say. They liked the transparency and honesty that I put in there. And then boom, all of a sudden, my first sale for $9.97, which was a web hosting account, came through on the internet, and it changed my life forever. From that day forward, I just focused, and even still to this day, I focus on one thing: building my list, getting that list to know, like, and trust me, and eventually that list will buy from me. These live feeds are designed to give you value. When I give you value, you trust me more. It just makes sense, right? So be consistent. Do what I do. I'm as consistent as I possibly can be in writing my emails and doing my live feeds like this, in doing webinars, all that type of stuff. It's very, very important. So again, coming back to another tip that I've got on this page, be the helper and not the person needing help. Be resourceful. I don't get, again, my degrees in cardiac rehab, I knew nothing about web hosting. I knew nothing about the internet. I didn't know anything about anything, but I started an online business. I started a web hosting business because I liked the thought of people paying me a monthly fee to host their website on a server, and that server wouldn't complain. They'd work 24/7, although they sort of complain about breaking down sometimes, but I didn't know that back then. But they don't complain. They don't ask for a raise. They work for you 24 hours a day. And so I thought leveraging technology to put money in my pocket where I'm truly no longer trading time for money was just very exciting to me. Okay. And then our web hosting turned into our autoresponder. And now when you look at Now Lifestyle is a passion project for me on everything that I've learned online in 19 years, in combination with everything that I've learned in the health, wellness, and fitness industry over the past 34 years. I was a competitive athlete for probably 16, 17 years. And it's something that I've loved ever since. And this is our first true business to consumer product that has a very strong emotional component to it. Every single one of us knows somebody who could use help with their obesity, diabetes, their heart disease, their congestive heart failure, their high blood pressure. And we have a simple system that works. And where we're piercing the marketplace is we're giving people a very simple, duplicatable system to follow to get healthier, and they can forget about all the scams and all the other stuff that's out there. There's a lot of people looking to take your money because it's $1 trillion per year industry. So again, be the helper. Don't look for help. Be the helper. Be resourceful. Watch the quick start guide videos as much as you can. Watch videos in the Facebook group. All that kind of stuff is going to be very important. And finally, one of the biggest lessons for me as well said by Vincent Ortega Jr., take advice from people, only from people who you would want to trade lifestyles with. So if you're talking to your uncle and he's living in a 3,000 square foot home, which is a nice home and it's a middle income, but he's got a full-time job and he works 80 hours a week, and he tells you it's a bad idea, say to yourself, okay, he's giving me advice, but I wouldn't want to work 80 hours a week to live in a nice home. Not for me, right? And the opposite might be true. There might be somebody else who lives in a 1,000 square foot home and only works 20 hours a week, but they're kind of lazy. And they're going to tell you it's a bad idea. Ask yourself again, would I trade lifestyles with this person? Do I want more abundance for me and my family? Do I want more leverage for me and my family? So the answer is no, you don't take that person's advice. Now, where I finally had my epiphany is when I was doing personal training for Michael Copeland, the founder and CEO of Corel.com. He also helped start many other companies like Nortel and Mitel and many other companies. Anyway, when I would walk into his house, he had lots of free time. He was living in a 35,000 square foot home. He had $6 million worth of cars just in his driveway, and saying to myself, he loved my ideas. He loved my ideas of starting an affiliate program. He loved the idea of web hosting. He loved everything that I was talking about, so much so that he said, look, if you don't take action on those ideas, I will. I want you in front of my board of directors in 5 days at the top of Corel, and I want you to explain how an affiliate program works so that I can start selling Corel Draw, Corel WordPerfect, and all these softwares on the internet and give commissions to people. And I thought to myself, wow, would I trade lifestyles with this guy? Yep, in a millisecond, in a heartbeat. He's got time freedom. He's got billions of dollars. And that's the person that I should be taking advice from, because with it, there wouldn't even be a secondary thought. I would trade lifestyles with him in a heartbeat and a hurry, folks. So if you jumped onto this late, folks, watch it again. These are just some key tips to help you minimize your anxiety, manage your expectations, because you can do this. You can. If you follow these tips to a T, you will absolutely, without question, see success. I guarantee it that you'll see success. And one last component that you need, besides massive imperfect action and consistency, never give up. So folks, have yourself a wonderful Thursday. Get on Janet's call tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. There's a post on the fan page here. Love you guys very much. Have an awesome day. And I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now. Love you guys.